Hi, I'm Rachel Belisle-Toller. I'm your Water Resources Manager here in Ipswich, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about our water treatment plant project, the cost of it, and why it's so critical for our community. So why is a new water treatment plant necessary? Our current plant is actually past its useful life, and we need new technologies to ensure that we can adequately treat our drinking water for our population here in Ipswich. In addition to that, there are changing regulations that we must meet as a water supplier, and there are new contaminants that we also have to worry about. So, for example, things like PFAS are becoming more of a problem for water suppliers around the country. We need to make sure that we have the most up-to-date treatment technology to protect against those contaminants. Our current water treatment plant treats over 60% of our drinking water, and that's actually expected to increase as groundwater source quality and quantity decrease over time. Part of the research that we've done in this project showed that it actually was more cost-effective to build a new water treatment plant than to rehab the current water treatment plant, as we still need to keep operating the treatment facility throughout construction. Why has the cost of the new water treatment plant changed? You may have heard that several weeks before town meeting, we received updated costs for the construction of our new water treatment plant. Now, these costs are unexpected and are due to rising costs for electrical work, for site work, and also there's high demand right now for these types of contractors, and the high demand raises the prices for these projects. This is not unique to the utilities department. Cost increases of this kind are happening throughout municipal systems, throughout the region, actually throughout the state. This cost estimate represented a change of about $15 million, which represents about $173 a year of an increase to our customers, which is about $15 or less a month for the average customer, depending on your water use. To ensure that this cost estimate represents the final price of this project, we've worked in the budget some contingency funds to represent any fluctuations in actual price of the construction. Any fluctuation moving forward in actual cost will be covered by that, and we'll be able to work within that budget. At this point, we do not expect the price to change. The remaining amount of work that we have to do in design just includes really reviewing, finalizing, and refining the project. As soon as we learned about the updated cost, we worked with town leaders, including the select board, and our water and wastewater subcommittee to determine the best course of action forward. Ultimately, we decided to take no action at the May town meeting with the previous ballot at $35 million and come back to you with a special town meeting this June on the 16th at 7 p.m. where we can talk about the actual cost of the water treatment plant now that we have these updated estimates. So what are some of the things that we're doing to save on costs for this project? Our department aggressively pursues grant funding for this project and for all of our projects. In the last 5 years, we've actually received over $5 million in grant funding to support our endeavors. For this project in particular, we've received 2 rounds of Water Management Act funding through DEP that has supported things like pilot testing and design. We just got awarded one actually several weeks ago. In addition to grant funding, DEP has authorized SRF funds, state revolving funds, that allow us to borrow at low interest or no interest to complete these types of necessary projects. Another massive component of cost savings for this project is site. So we already own this land over by our current water treatment plant. That's going to save us time, money, and also the materials to pipe water to and from a different location. We're employing value engineering, which is an approach that really prioritizes cost effectiveness, from site selection to materials chosen. Those are things that we're looking at carefully to save on costs. So what have we done to get the word out about this project so far? Since October, I've done 11 events where I've spoken about this project, the necessity of it, the cost of it. We've also done many social media posts and worked with the local news to put things in the paper. In addition to that, I've had the privilege of working with Photo 2 from Ipswich High School and the students in that class to do a photo voice project where they were actually able to tour our current facility and our reservoirs and have really in-depth conversations about water supplies and why this project is necessary and why this project costs so much. So they've been incredible leaders in really diving deep into some of the issues that we're currently facing, and they've taken beautiful photos of some of our equipment and some of our landscapes over at the water department. What happens if we don't replace our water treatment plant? Quite simply, without a new water treatment plant, it really inhibits our ability to provide safe, reliable drinking water to the public. Delay or denial of this project could lead to a plant failure, which would inhibit us from being able to treat water and also provide adequate supplies for our current population and for future populations. Another important aspect of this is fire protection, which has never been more important in New England. With more frequent and severe droughts, we are seeing wildfires happen at a new rate. So we want to make sure we have enough water, safe water, not just for drinking, but for fire protection as well. Once again, I'd like to invite you to a special town meeting on June 16th at 7 p.m. We'll be discussing this project. This will be followed by a vote on June 24th. I really hope that you found this helpful, and please know that my door is always open to answer any questions that you might have about this project or any of the other projects we have going on at the water department. You can find me at the Utilities Department on High Street or email me at rbelialtoller@ipswichutilities.org or my direct line, which is 978-412-8616. I'd be delighted to discuss this more with you and again, answer your questions, hear your concerns. Thank you for listening.